You're always the smallest of your
Hey guys, it's Spam Sam here, and welcome back to another episode of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Ready for interdimensional travel, comrades? I am.
Strike mission on Brainiac's data vault is a go. We're working on that shield as we speak. First priority is to pick your route. Time's ticking and you have ancillary objectives to clear before hitting the vault. Now it's on you, Task Force X. Take this extra-dimensional asshole out. Task Force X's attack is on. Let him draw focus before we step up our cyber attack on that shield.
We'll need a surge of stimuli to keep Brainiac's network overloaded. In other words, you should kill everything.
You think they need to be told that?
Okay, Mom, Dad, we gotta go, bye.
Even in this thin atmosphere, the stench of bug farm is overwhelming my nares. I must crush it.
Ooh, let me swing in for a sec.
Their lives.
Whiteboard. Deicide and regicide in one fell swoop. A decadent pairing.
We need more time to work on that shield. I want you diverting attention by removing this enemy presence. With extreme prejudice.
Oh yeah, line up just like that.
Yes, this incubator is unshielded. Time for brutality.
And you with a great white hope.
Deliver the killing blow on this incubator.
You think you can affect an invasion existing across dimensions?
These crystals mock us with their regeneration. Sitting on the sharp thing.
Good goodbye fire, Sergeant.
Units, you will not simply let the Earthlings take that incubator.
I am bearing this incubator's weakness. Strike!
Well, this is cause for one of your grotesque little celebrations.
I remain unchallenged. The crystals claw their way back from oblivion. They dare to defend this crystal? Punish them! This incubator is no longer protected. Good, good! Quickly, exploit this incubator's weakness.
You think you'll win back your Earth one incubator at a time?
Destroy the crystals, and this incubator's shield will fall. Die distantly. Yes, our fury. This incubator is stricken. Finish it.
Bypassing the shield and the armor, Task Force X. An advanced display of tool use.
shield! Now to strike! Attack this incubator's exposed innards! Die, incubator! My fury is stronger than metal and slime!
And yet, given time, that single incubator could replace every fallen unit.
My friend, we can attack this incubator now! And we should!
Ha-ha! Now we're cooking with gas. Anything else need reckon?
The shield protecting Brainiac.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, good thinking, Sharko.
Toyman's truck. I would aid him with equations, but aiding with slaughter is good. To fight to the death with sand beneath my fins. Like when I was a pup.
Okay, we're starting with some pretty wide scans, which will bring a lot of Brainiac's guys right down on top of you. Sorry.
Release the conflagration, Deadshot! Deadshot. Thank you. Punishing Harley's target for its existence.
We'll get nuked if we stand around.
My capacity to handle both this data and my weapons dwindles.
Double this data, and we're out of here.
My pockets are smaller than anticipated. I must deposit the data soon.
Whoa! It's already time to send the aliens packing and take our data? You better get to the safe zone.
You did it, toy mate. Post them. About bloody time, too.
Party started.
Just one more team. Jeez, I'm seeing some pretty awful wasteland stuff, and it's like a glimpse into the bad future, you know?
I have been known to have butterfingers. Better to hand over this data. Grenade out. My pockets are smaller than anticipated. I must deposit the data soon.
It's a talent.
I find myself in an icy trance.
I mean, not a handful. Okay, that's the data. Solid work, Toyman. Task Force X, let's proceed to the next phase. Everything's in motion for us to breach that vault. So listen carefully. I'm only gonna say this once. First, you get in position and we drop the shield.
Can you say it twice? I'm not so great with verbal direction.
Second, you go in and neutralize Brainiac. Third, you bring him back.
The second step is an endangerment of life. I like it.
Your support squad is standing by. We should be able to phase in assistance.
You mean we'll be able to, right?
Good luck, Task Force X.
The Suicide Squad. A fitting moniker, given how the next few minutes will proceed. A bit on the nose, possibly.
Okay, Brainiac.
Any final words, tyrant? Make them memorable! Because this group is easily distracted.
Oh, how about this? I'm going to break your bodies, hollow out your minds, and rebuild you as my pets.
With what? Your special brain powers? Ain't gonna work this time.
No, I thought we'd try something a bit different, just for fun. My name's Vril Dox. I'm the fastest man alive. You see, my terminals also enhance me. Through them, I can reshape this body for battle, command the Speed Force, eliminate you.
Under fire. Regrouping. Focusing on a new target.
Oh, too bad. One moment, Task Force X, and this body will be restored. These destructive capabilities are most pleasing.
Downtown!
All good leaders know when to send in the cavalry.
I need Zax. I'm sending some venomous little helpers. Out. Over.
The plant goddess has gifted us with her toxic bounty.
Did I not mention this body is designed to regenerate?
Current target Boomerang.
All those smarts and you fell for the old poison minions gang.
Well, aren't you clever? What's the matter? Fight not going as well as you hoped? Time to bring you to heel, Suicide Squad. I'm intrigued. What is it you think you're fighting for? Each other? How saccharine. I'm being drawn into your silly little earthling struggles. Time for a mind cleanse. Let me reintroduce you to some former civilians of Metropolis. Careful now, they're quite volatile.
Ain't no way those alien freaks will see this coming. Deploying a vehicle for you. Kick some butt for me and a gerbil.
Ooh, like spear hunting.
Well, this has been entertaining, but I must end our little tussle. Ship, activate.
Get out before it blows!
Time for a stronger application of my powers.
Farewell,
You will die. All of you. This. I grow weary of our dance. Haven't you done well? Too well? Perhaps.
You ain't even the first guy get no whooping who called me mediocre this week.
Yes, very good. Teamwork makes the dream work. I shall extinguish that dream.
Boom goes the cockatoo.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to test this.
Oh, and another thing. My mother did love me, jerk.
My tornado seems to have blown you away.
Task Force X, I'm not sending these vehicles in for shits and giggles.
My projections predicted something akin to this. I never intended to experience it. I'll...
Now, where were we?
We must escape with our quarry.
Do you plan to carry him the entire way to Earth 1?
Who says I can't?
Squad 5. Tiny Brainiac 0.
All right. That was pretty good.
Brainiac action figure. Still in box. Slightly used. Let's sell him to Toy Man.
We cannot. I will devour him, remember? And then the pooping.
Come on, you already got to do the giant space shark thing. Let someone else have a turn.
You straight up executed the damn Batman.
And you got to say something cool before you killed Lantern. I'm thinking a plastic bag, some paw ointment, then we insert Brain Man into...
No, man.
What the hell are you four doing now?
Where is Brainiac?
Relax, Lexi. Got him right where we want him. Shit.
I swear to God.
The data spike only works on a live target. Perhaps I can modify it in time for the next alien invasion.
Or perhaps I should use it on one of them.
Harkness, what are you doing?
Well, how else are we gonna get through all the doors on the Skull ship?
Waller out.
I would like one.
One of a kind, I'm afraid. It downloads the fragmented branch of Brainiac's network through colluid neurology. With a focus on non-recurring anomalies unique. With a focus on non-recurring anomalies unique to each dimension.
So, we get to play with a bunch of cool shit from alternate universes, and then what? Retire?
Once you've defeated all 13 Brainiacs? Yes.
You mean 12?
A kill list. We can work with that.
Oh, you guys!
So, as we unexpectedly come to an end to the series, it's time for my review. And we start as always with the graphics, and up one with 4 stars. They are good, playable level, not overly stunning, as I don't think you'll instantly look over and go, wow. And comparing it to the last game I played through, Gotham Knights, it's probably a slight decline in quality, but absolutely nothing to complain about, so it gets a 4 out of 5 stars, but in comparison to the other series, it will be a low 4. So for the story, it has to rank low and it gets a 3 out of 5 stars. So the ending has to be a little bit disappointing, a strange ending to bring up the end credits when the story has been mentioning leading up to the first Brainiac encounter about killing all the other 13 Brainiacs, and for them to come up to just one. But I suppose it was something nice to continue on with after the story seems to finish a bit abruptly. For the enemy difficulty, with the Justice League encounters, I thought the difficulty of each of the Justice League heroes was fairly accurate. Each were progressively harder than the last, however for Brainiac to then transform into the weakest version of those heroes just made the final mission against Brainiac seem a lot easier than facing either Batman or Superman. It just felt like facing the Flash again, but maybe on just a slightly harder difficulty, which is still not going to be much of a challenge. I think they also overcomplicated some areas of the game, such as the perks of each gun, especially with the Toyman. It just seemed a bit of an unnecessary feature for me. And also perhaps it was slightly misleading with the Kill the Justice League title for the game when you only kill 4 out of 5 of them. I get they tried to make a bit of emotion in the game with Wonder Woman going down to Superman, but it would have been nice to maybe face her instead. It was almost like the story was trying to protect her from becoming evil. Just makes the Suicide Squad feel a little bit less last resort when not all the Justice League have been corrupted by Brainiac for half of the game. So I also thought a big negative was the distinct lack of fast travel points. You only had the Hall of Justice fast travel, and that's it, which I thought was an issue in the Gotham Knights game as well. So a common issue in DC games. It would have been nice to maybe have a few dotted around the map so you can travel a bit quicker to one end of the map, especially with the gadgets for each character that will overheat, especially if you use them too much in one go. So we move on to the glitchiness of the game, and it's not a great start for the Suicide Squad, where I did end up getting stuck in a building early on in the series and ending up working out to use Boomerang's Speed Force to get out of it. But updates have seemed to improve this, and this now does seem less common for me. I found it unusual how some of the tank shots and the big power shots you get in the game will sometimes go through buildings, which does make it feel a bit unrealistic. So we move on to the mission repetitiveness, and for the Suicide Squad, it was okay. It didn't seem to be too bad, but there was a select number of the same missions over the story, but there was enough to keep it varied. So it slots just in the middle of the list. The addition of using Gizmo's vehicle in certain missions was a good choice, although not making them appear too OP as they were time limited. The Riddler's trophies and time trial challenges were somewhat annoying after a while. Even if you look up how to find a specific trophy, it still wasn't easy to find them all. And only remembering recently there is also the Riddler's riddles to do. It's probably something I would have looked to have cleared a lot sooner if I'd known how often Riddler reminds you of these riddles. But there we go. So, for the overall rating for Suicide Squad has to be ranked low, as in comparison with a game that was renowned for its poor reviews, Gotham Knights, I probably enjoyed playing that more. Perhaps because of the expectations for both games, having a much lower expectation for Gotham Knights than I did for Suicide Squad. I did, however, think an area where Gotham Knights lacked to Suicide Squad was the lack of assigning certain characters to certain missions, where Suicide Squad encourages to use the psyched up character. But overall, I think this is a game that starts off well, but over time you start to lose a bit of interest in the game as you carry on, and it becomes a bit more of an effort to continue on in the game. So for the next series coming up to the channel, I will be playing through will be Star Wars Outlaws, so make sure to look out for that, and the best way to do that is to make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss a thing. And until then, I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Metropolis, this is Lois Lane. From all reports, it seems that Batman is gone. As Batman and as Bruce Wayne, everyone knew him. Everyone knew his voice. Always prepared, he left a communication with the Daily Planet in the event of, well, it reads, "When I put on the cowl, it became a symbol. But I never stopped being Bruce Wayne, citizen of Gotham. Remember that we are all handed adversity in our lives. No one's journey is easy. It's how we handle that, how we help others, that makes us unique. That's what the Batman will always stand for. Metropolis, we'll get through this. And Batman, goodbye. You will be missed, but never forgotten."